And welcome to Nerd Church. We are back. We've got all our elves. Got a gnome. But we are down a Dragonborn today. So Freya will be autopiloted by the collective mind. As a review, in case you didn't read the AI summary from last time. Last time, you all made it back to the city, back to Namtong, and I don't know if it's quite a politics episode, but you spent some time wrapping up your whiskey deal with Morana. You investigated a couple of the power players in the city of Nantong, including connecting with Mayor Leal and seemingly persuading him to engage in a business opportunity with you. You gave him a gift of some whiskey, which he was into. And let's see. Yeah, he said he was going to send a trusted man with you when you decided to go out and investigate to gather evidence of this supposed threat that he was a little skeptical of before he decided to do anything else about it. You also encountered a group of elves who entered the city. A group of paladins and a few priests, including one leader of the group who you learned is a bishop who goes by the name of Kuma, Bishop Kuma. You didn't interact with them, but you did note their comings and goings as they basically stopped by the offices of both of the major power players in the city and then quickly departed in the morning, heading in the direction of the wound. And last but certainly not least, Freya continued her honor path trial, completing level 2 of the trial by defeating a goblin boss and a giant scorpion. And that's about where we left it. So we are picking up on session 46, by the way. Can you believe that?
Ooh, we're getting close to 50.
Depending on what y'all do in the next few sessions, it might be a big one. Maybe we'll set it up to be a episode 50 big boss fight. We'll see.
Are we in year 3?
I guess we must have. I mean, if we have almost 50 episodes, basically one a month. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact timing is, but
I think we got some where we've been able to sneak in 2 in a month, and then others where we've gone longer.
yeah. Session 0, I created the tab for session 0 on Sunday, December 12th, 2021.
Oh,
But session 1 I have listed as January 15th, 2022. So, yeah, year 3, IRL.
that's fun. How long in game?
We haven't really started a new season. In game, good question.
It's very hard.
I want to say at least like half a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Like doing it longer.
You're progressing. You're well past late summer at this point.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What have you haven't had seasons? Oh, you mean like fall, winter, spring?
Yeah.
Oh, I think are like a story
No, I think
Narrative seasons.
narrative seasons. I think it's a little weird because you sort of jumped continents, or not,
Yeah.
but
I think it was
Wait, I was thinking-
also short too.
Mhm. Yeah, we did kind of a fast forward deal at one point. You guys had some downtime. Like a month of downtime, I think we did. I'll have to go back and listen to some of those. But
Also, because Courtney wasn't here last time, Podham's got some new fancy armor that he created.
What is it made out of?
Oh, it's well, like, I guess we're considering it half plate, but it's essentially a bucket. I have a picture from a whiteboard, but yeah, I guess I didn't write up the description.
yeah,
Oh, is it still there?
we still have the drawing up here. We didn't. That gives you a clue as to how often people are in the office.
And that's on Potom on the rock film.
Bottom's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wearing it so much is right.
Size.
Yeah, I would say it's about human. It's human size. I mean, I would imagine he's like, probably I guess the Exocomp was a medium construct. So, yeah, I would say he's just smaller than Freya, but it's got a couple of doors that open up on the front, and then the top pops open so that you can see Potom riding inside. Very weak. Well, the full write up on it, I forgot over the past month. But
He's looking good.
yeah.
So we're going to open this session on the morning of your 7th day back in town. This fun fact for those keeping track is day 53 on the Upido clock. Yeah. Coming up on 2 months there that she's been running around.
Cooking.
Little setback for her.
Wait, 50?
Day 53.
50?
Mm-hmm. So y'all have been busy with various projects. This is the day after the Elvish group departed. This is the day after, because they departed early in the morning, the day that Freya took on the honor path. So this is the next day, which is a fantasy Saturday.
We had pretty funny.
They just stay of rest.
Week in this universe is actually 8 days.
Whoa.
We had a pretty funny moment where we were talking about going to see that bishop and his paladins. We debated on like all the way over there, and then found out that evening that they had left that morning.
Yes, correct. It was pretty good. Good comedic timing.
It was, yeah, that was very funny.
So this fine morning, believe you all prepaid for a week of lodging. So this would also be your last day of lodging unless you re-up with the inn. But what are you looking to get up to on the morning of your 7th day back in Nantan?
Well, so I think that we should head to that northern cache, but we should see if there is a more rapid way of getting there. I wonder if the Synok has access to an airship. Yes.
Well, you could certainly.
I was asking my crew. I was looking for Discord.
I was just going to bring up the fact that where do we leave the cloak of displacement again?
Oh, well, we got to pick that up, I imagine. And I also have a writ for 300 gold pieces that I got to turn in.
Okay, that too. Yeah.
from gathering all of our data.
Oh, that's not in Nantong.
Oh, there's not a branch in Nantong that we could turn it into?
Oh, you got to return it to the Maik Sayirma.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that.
Back to the college town. Or
Trying to cancel a gym membership or something. You gotta go
that's right. Not sorry, you got to be.
Fax the letter.
You got to show up in person.
notarized.
Yeah.
Mm.
We already turned in our equipment.
Or you could hire someone to return it for you.
For a fee.
Sure fee.
Yeah, I mean,
You have to go north. You know what?
It's on the way ish.
It's on the way-ish. We check in with Professor.
It's a cool town.
go hang out some. Just because Courtney was not here last time, I will also just add the detail that in the group's meeting with Administrator Omari, the Minotaur leader of the Synod,
Right.
she tasked you with heading into the wound and scouting for.
I was here for that one.
Oh, you were.
I was when she was mad, and
Oh, yeah.
we were all in the room, and these two were being sassy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they weren't part of it.
yeah, they were like, "Don't know these two."
Right. So the agreement, what she walked away from that meeting believing was that you all were going to go to the wound and scout for Eupito's stronghold.
And we talked about going directly there, or did we talk about going north first?
Separately from your discussion with Omari,
Yeah,
you talked about going and check out the other cache.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you.
For the worst, we just use the DM as our note taker. It's just
I mean, I have,
just the list of
but-
what we said.
sometimes I look back,
It's probably you have big gap.
No, I'm just as guilty. You're better at it than me.
but even when I look back, sometimes I write myself things, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Sometimes the note without I start up.
About Prestige the Spell Lord. Well, good. What then? I give my brain too much credit, like if that's gonna jog it, and I need more.
Oh, I'll definitely remember all about Festiche the Skull Lord.
Now I'm all like, "Who dat?"
So what did we decide on to go into the wound, or did we decide to go north?
I don't know if there was something else decided in between those conversations, but I know Panda's always interested in the wound because it feels so wrong. She just kind of wants to learn more about it.
Well, I don't know if you made a firm decision or not, but as a review,
I could just make up stuff while we decided.
I'm not. I won't tell you what you decided, but as a review of the facts, Pando saw visions of Eupito seemingly heading to this cache, but you don't know the time frame. This squadron of elves headed into the wound. The Minotaur, Stendard the Dishonored, headed into the wound. And Omari tasked you to head into the...
Okay, so we're gonna ignore all of that and go north, right?
I mean, we got good stuff in the last cache. There is potential that is up there.
Let's just keep Freya from heading the bad guys this time and awakening now.
We also talked about just walking away from all of this.
We did.
So we could hit the northern cache and then peace out.
These are all options
These are all options.
on the table.
I do feel like eventually we'll have to be pulled into the fight because Eupito will just get stronger and then domination, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, above the table, it's just a matter of how many additional legendary resistances and legendary actions you want me to add to that boss fight. Because the longer we wait,
Right.
She'll find us.
the longer we wait for you to fight Eupito,
Yeah.
the more I get.
He did fight her.
You did twice.
Yeah.
You didn't kill her.
No, but I do feel like we haven't like entirely avoided her. We just have to keep thinking, and I think this group of people would keep going like, "Ugh, do we still want to do this? This is so much."
This is the classic hero story arc. Oh, you guys, this is really a lot.
It's the realistic hero story arc. I was just teaching cute little kids and trying to help my best friend 6 months ago. Had a pretty cushy existence.
I feel like we've done enough for king and country.
That's all fair.
I think Pando, like me, selfishly, kind of want to like see what else is going on and like, I don't know, encounter people, new places, but I do feel like Panda would care. I think she's seen enough of what this destruction could be and feels a sense of responsibility. So I think Panda's always going to, even if she's like, ooh, could I just think it? I think she's always going to keep coming back to, we're going to be a part of it again anyway. Like, we should just not back out now.
I mean, if we find an airship, we can get to both places.
We could.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Transportation would definitely
Yeah, that would be helpful.
change your situation.
If I could just level up more, I could just fly us. Turn into something beastly that flies.
Another
Little stick in the.
bird albatross.
Okay. Well,
Let's go ask the Sinnock for an airship.
Does anyone know how to fly the airship, or are we looking for a ship and a captain?
Well, we would end up getting the crew along with it.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll mind that.
okay. Well, if you were going to head out that morning and go investigate an airship, first thing that I could tell you is that Nantong itself does not have an airport or a airship dock, but it is a big enough city that it is not unheard of for airships to visit. It's just a little more informal of a situation. They have to land outside of town. They got to kind of handle their own tie downs. But unlike many of these in on the islands and on the other continent, air travel is not as common on the mainland here. Having said that, if you are you going to Omari to ask about this, or are you going to the Sinnock first? Is that where you're?
Yeah, we got to pick up a displacer cloak and then go. I mean, I guess if Omari says no, maybe our friend at the shop,
Morana?
Yeah, Morana's got connections.
Okay.
So let's go to the Sinnock first, and then since we have to go and pick up the cloak, go to Morana next.
Okay. So your visit to Omari is brief because she's not available.
Oh, now when we want to talk to her, now she's unavailable.
Like-
Okay.
However, one of her most senior priestesses does meet with you and have a conversation. She lets you know that the Sinnock does not have airships at its disposal. However, there are more airships coming in and out right now because of how much the Sinnock is spending to equip its military force that it is building up, and that it wouldn't be impossible for you to potentially buy passage on one of those airships, but you would have to do your own negotiating on that. She does also, though, mention to you that most airships will not fly over the wound.
Interesting.
Because of two things. One, a lot of the captains are scared of beasts attacking and 2, there is some weird magic fields out there, some wild magic kind of chaos from time to time. And so think of it like
It affects the aircrafts, Bermuda Triangle style.
yeah, they're worried that it would affect the ship's ability to levitate at the wrong time. The biggest concern that they bring forward, though, is there's a lot of nasty critters out there, and you all have seen, even as you were headed up to the Mayib Sahir, seeing seeing bad things flying around out there. So it may be challenging to find a craft that would willingly fly straight into.
Well, I mean, as long as he gets us close.
Yeah. They could get close.
Yeah.
It could still speed up our time from place to place.
Yeah, could certainly cut a lot of this short.
Okay.
But her what she cautions you is that they're probably not going to, like, you're not going to be able to use these for a scouting mission or to, like, parachute you into the middle.
Okay.
Late morning, as you are departing the temple, a boy runs up to your group in a smart little uniform, and he hands a slip of paper to you, Air. Okay. You open it up, and it just says it's a order requisition for your displacer cloak. Oh, letting you know that it is ready and available to be picked up at Morana's shop when you're ready.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Well,
Figured.
yeah. Almost like we were going there next anyway.
Well, then I guess we proceed there and see if
Yeah.
there's any kind of alternative airboat accommodations.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when you arrive, Morana is there. He was very excited to present this cloak to you in person. He waves you in and brings you over to that same private room where you interacted before.
Where we can't afford anything in there.
That's right. And laid out on the sort of coffee table in the middle of this sitting area is a large, really nice clothing box that it has in sort of gold foil the brand of his shop on the top.
Maybe glitter end or something.
Yeah, it's a beautiful presentation. And he waves you to sit down across from him, and then with great fanfare, he lifts up the top of the box, and you see laid out before you, resting in very high-end tissue paper, a deep black cloak with folds of cloth laid neatly in there. He reaches in and picks it up by the neckline and holds it up, and it looks lavish. And it reflects the light in very odd ways. It almost looks like it absorbs a lot of the light that's being cast at it. Have you all seen online like the Vanta Black? Do you know what Vanta Black is?
No.
So it's like a
Right.
color that they invented that is like the most black
Oh,
that they've ever been able to create.
The black's black.
yeah.
Yeah, like when you look at it, it looks like a hole in
It
reality.
is.
Yeah. So this is not quite that, but there are moments where parts of it look like that.
That's very.
And so that the neckline is raised just a little bit, not like a big Count Dracula hood, but probably about to like the neckline of your hair.
Yeah.
And then it heads down in both directions like a classic cloak would, but the piping that goes along that edge is made of the Displacer Beast's tentacles. And so at the bottom hemline of the cloak, those big talon-laden claw
Nice, yeah.
bits, like the tentacly claw bits,
Yeah.
are still there, but they're curled upwards so that the claws are sort of
Right.
curling up and framing the cloak. It's spectacular. Really like a masterpiece level. And he stands up and holds it up and kind of signals for you to turn around. And
Pando goes to touch it. You're like,
and he places it on your shoulders and secures it in place with a really lovely gold clasp. And then steps back and points you to a mirror. And it takes you a couple of minutes, but you attune to the item. And all of the rest of you, as soon as you see air kind of settle into this thing, get accustomed to it, there's a weird distortion for a moment. And you could have sworn you blinked and air wasn't in front of the mirror anymore. She was about 5 feet to the right.
dang.
And it just looks like she moved. And Air, you are standing in front of the mirror looking at yourself. I don't think it's working, guys. What? This thing's dumb.
That's what the Displaced for Beast did, right? Essentially. Great. Yes. Very cool and nice.
So when you're wearing this cloak and it's active,
Yeah.
it projects the illusion that you are not where you actually are.
Right.
And it's pretty great. So I've already added it to your equipment.
Yeah.
You can obviously equip it now.
I think Air would have when Rana made that motion for Air to turn around. She probably like either doesn't take the end or doesn't care and just watch how it takes it from.
Just grabs it.
And then also and always makes a comment like, "Oh, you keep the box."
I think that also when Pando goes up to touch it, that Potom does the exact same thing, and not, but that the Exocomp is also holding on to the. So as he reaches out, he's touching it, but the Exocomp is also touching the cloak.
Nice.
Wrong.
Everybody wants to stroke the fuzzy wall. Nice. Yeah, so you're well equipped. With that, Rana is very proud of what his people have created for you and kind of crows about it and reinforces the sale for a while and talks about how incredible it is and how good you look and what a great deal this was for you and blah, blah, blah. All the salesman things.
Right.
And then kind of noticing that you seem to still be here, he's like, so is there anything else? I assume there's something else I could assist you with. And if you ask about airships, he will give you, well, first he'll give you all the same information you already got from Omari's aide.
No air word.
Yeah. But then he will go on to say, if you would like my help in making arrangements, we could certainly make that happen. So there are, lately, for many good reasons that you're well aware of, there are more airships coming in and out of Nantom than there usually are. Finding a willing captain shouldn't be a problem depending on the amount of gold you're willing to spend. Etc. And he says, typically the price for passage on one of these airships, if you were going to take one, for example, from here to the Isles, you should expect to pay between 200 and 300 gold pieces a person. God, it's expensive. If you were looking to charter one of these airships for a day to go where you want to go, I would expect they would demand a price of 500 to 600 gold pieces per day.
I don't know if we have those kind of resources.
I could
per day.
And I could hustle that along for you for a small fee. If you needed a ship here tomorrow, for example. Otherwise, you might need to wait a day or two beyond that before one arrives.
Air tries her best to hide her shock with the price.
Piana cannot hide it. She's like, oh.
Jaw drops.
I think some of you maybe, well, actually, Air might be indirectly aware of this. Actually, I think Pando would get this more than most. Airships, especially in this part of the world, are like the PJs of the real world.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a normal mode of transportation for most people.
Right.
Like, regular business travelers don't hop on an airship to go across the continent. It's like nobles and very wealthy merchants spend that when they really need to get somewhere fast.
Yeah.
Or if they want to travel in a certain kind of style or whatever. But at the very
a statement to make.
at the very cheapest, it's like the equivalent of buying a first class plane ticket. Sure. And on the higher end, it's like net jets.
Yeah. I don't think we have this in new resources.
I wish they brought those steps in this bag. Just as a video game comment.
Because to travel from here to where we want to go.
Should we just?
Well, on an airship to get up to the mountains, is probably only half a day travel. Like, it's probably a day trip out and back to get to the vicinity that you think the first cache is. To get to the Wound from Nantong is quite similar, actually, in distance.
So really, we would, 2 days is what we would need to book.
Well, what if we have to fight and it delays us?
Well, can't imagine that a fight would, take us very long.
What if we get wounded?
Air is pretty anti-iron of the ship, I think.
We could always take a long rest on the airship as we head into the Wound.
I think air just it's a cost problem for it's too expensive.
I think that we can. Is it 600? It's 600 total, right? Not 600 each.
$500 to $600 a day, or 5 to 600 gold pieces a day.
Sure.
Charter the ship.
I have 200 gold pieces.
Well, what if we stop in the university city? I have 500.
Or 500 as well.
So I think that we can negotiate and try to get the price down as far as we can. We'll use a little charm. I think that it is an appropriate use of the funds.
Where are we going to go first? North?
Oh yeah, no, we definitely are going to the cache first.
Air's not going to stand in your way, but she wants it noted in the record that she opposes it.
Well, that is very in character for you.
And you may not see it as for money. It's going to.
Not going to call attention to the fact that you didn't offer any money up to get to these.
I would be okay using it up the mountain just because I think that would take extra long given the terrain. So I would be okay flying north to the perceived treasure, and then coming back.
We go into the Wound after that. I think just one fluid motion.
Map-wise, half a day to the treasure and then half a day to the Wound.
From the treasure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because then once we're at the Wound, we can decide if we want to keep paying money to get back on a plane and go elsewhere or do a different mode of transportation.
And to be clear, airships are not Ubers. So
Yeah.
it's not like you can get dropped off at this cache and be like,
Wait.
hey, we're going to go do stuff for 8 hours.
Look at my
Yeah.
gold coin.
And
Keep it running.
hang out, or we'll call you again in a little bit. Like, if they drop you, they're going to leave,
Right.
or you need to negotiate to pay them to stay.
Right.
So that's got to be.
Yeah. If we get them, if we're for 2 days, then they gotta honor that deal.
Mhm.
So, 2 days.
You essentially be like, we'll do whatever for 2 days, and then we're gone.
Uh-huh. And so if we want to get off to go and seek out a cache,
We have for 2 days.
they got to wait for us for those 2 days.
Yep.
All right. I'd be interested in knowing what the full cost would be.
Yeah, let's Morana, will you set this deal up?
I will. Are you willing to wait until the next ship arrives so that I can arrange this conversation? Or do you need me to send messages to get someone here sooner? If you need someone here sooner,
It's gonna cost
to
us.
send those messages is probably going to cost 50 to 100 gold pieces. If you're willing to wait 2 days, I expect an airship to be arriving in about 2 days. And then I'm happy to arrange a conversation once they've offloaded my goods.
And just so I can understand, like, ROI here, we wait 2 days and then they're ready to go like that day or the following day. How long would it take if we did like a foot or some kind of a giant beetle or horse to get where we wanted to go? Just so I understand, like,
From Namtong,
yeah.
it takes you about 2 to 3 days, depending on your rolls.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 4 days, let's say, to get to the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Take you 3 to 5 days to get to the cache on your
Okay.
on your beetles.
So it's a pretty
On
significant
your
kind of savings, even if we wait for them to come naturally to drop off our stuff before we go.
We're also bringing the governor's best man, so we should figure out a way to bill him for that.
Yeah.
Bill is unfortunate.
Yes.
If we send a message, we could get a captain that's has a little bit more moxie, and could take us farther into the wound.
Or we could just waste $50 and they could be like, we're not gonna come earlier.
Yeah, that's useful information. Can we ask Morana if he's aware of any captains who have a reputation for doing dangerous things unnecessarily? That's a good question.
Good reason, but you got someone who wants to.
You got someone. If we say we want a, this sketchy captain, right? So captain,
Tell Captain.
you're dangerous. Shut. Look the other way.
Sketchy style, but also kind of nice.
Little heart goals. A scallywag that has a heart gold.
There's somebody we should do. There's somebody we could target to send our message to that might be a good fit for this.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see.
If we were gonna send a note to Aram, to be part of the right, and I would like to roll a persuasion check.
But any who participates in writing the notes has to participate in money parts.
This is the contribution. Is the persuasion?
No.
Is the +5 persuasion?
Oh yeah.
Or the +8 deception, so we can lie to.
And then my little buff. I haven't shouted it in so long.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Well, we're not rolling anything yet. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for asking Morana the question. I'm just trying to think if he
Knows it.
does know somebody. I feel like he would.
But I do probably maybe he has a low opinion or something. Like his recklessness has caused him.
Yeah, I think he knows a guy that he uses very rarely, and only for extreme cases.
I feel like it's when my lawyer went, look, I have a lawyer. He's a terrible human being. But this particular job done. He's like, you won't like him? I don't like him. But he will get this job done.
He is capable of this thing you're asking.
This one thing. And then run away.
And then a week later, Courtney had a man murdered. Yeah.
But he got it done.
He got it done. And we never spoke about it again.
Just reported it on a podcast.
Nice and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody.
It's all in a fantasy set.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, so I think Morana's response is it's sort of almost a distressed sigh. Like he's not pleased to be giving you the answer. And the answer he gives you is sort of.
It's like, I regret this.
There is a I don't know if captains there's an operator that I have utilized on rare occasions in the past to move goods or at times people non-traditional channels.
Okay.
I sort of like
I'm listening.
he's a smuggler. He's a smuggler.
No, he's definitely not going to say that. But
We pick up what you're putting down. Right?
I will not. This is not a referral.
If you did not get his information from me,
I am not staking my reputation on this person. This is just a person I know of who might do a thing. And I also want to say that the fact that he's willing to do a thing doesn't make it a wise choice for you, my now valued customers and business partners.
that's right. Well, actually, Marana has a stake. He would like his.
Yes.
I mean, he kind of would like his dead ideal.
I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world for him.
That bad.
He would come out 5 figures ahead.
Yeah,
Right.
He was ever came back.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem to be approaching it that way.
Yeah, he's honorable.
Yeah. Well, and I think this was the first business deal you brought him, and it's going to be pretty good. I think.
Yeah. As he sees this as an investment.
Yeah, you don't have to roll an insight check to see that this guy's like, this is the first. I mean, the second deal, I guess. You brought him some random grave robbing stuff. Joke, but
That value.
but he's seeing an upward trend of value in a relationship.
Exponential relationship.
And Potham doesn't say this, but there is a potential that we find more whiskey.
I think. Yeah.
The treasure?
There is a chance that there's some other stuff.
It's true.
So, I think that your information sounds like the kind of guy that we are looking for.
All right, very well. If you would like, I will send a message to him. The method of sending this message will cost me 50 gold pieces. And it typically takes a full day for me to get a response. I don't know where he is. I don't know how long it might take him to get here, if he is even willing to come. But I do know that if you are going to get him here as quickly as possible, part of the message I send should be an offer, what you are willing to pay him for this work. So I need to know, what is it worth to you, so that the message I send him and say, I've got a client here who's looking to do a job. Here's how much time it will take for you. Here's the risk involved, and here's how much they're willing to pay. And then we'll get an answer. He'll either show up or he won't. But that's going to need to be decided in advance, because I don't know where he is. He's not going to fly across thousands of miles or wherever he is without knowing what's waiting for him here. He's not flying here for a negotiation.
Well, Rana, what would be a reasonable offer in your view?
Well, how long do you need him? And you're planning to have him fly you where? You need him for 2 days?
Yeah.
Days. We need to make one stop at the university. We need to go, we're going to the mountains and then as far into the wound as possible.
We do all that 2 days.
Depending on what you do at each of those destinations. But travel time,
We could put in some kind of aspiration.
we could make that happen.
Ooh, I'm gonna send every single offer now.
If we need another day, we.
We'll go to increments of 1,000 up to 400 1,000.
You could probably hire any captain who flies in here for a 2-day charter, no questions asked, for 1,200 gold pieces. That's without flying into the wound. If you're going to ask this guy to fly as far into the wound as he's willing, I would offer him two grain.
I'll let you guys mull over that.
I'm not sure what he would say to that.
I'm going to say Panda is willing to contribute 500 gold to this endeavor. And that was my count.
And that is where Potom is at as well. Is 500.
That's my cap.
Well, Air doesn't have 500. That's not Air being deceptive either. That's just Air literally does not have.
It's like, but I don't have it.
Let me see. Freya's got a comment about this. Let me see what Freya has to say.
Freya does not have a lot of money.
Freya contribute all her money. Oh, we got lots of money. What? Why is there Freya would be happy to contribute 500 gold to this?
God damn it.
We're such generous friends.
She's not here. She would happily contribute the vast majority of personal wealth.
I don't.
So Marana, seeing Air's turned out pockets, will look at you all and say, my friend,
Actually,
require a term loan.
Potom actually can contribute 1,000.
What the heck? How do you guys come up with this money?
1,000.
All of the money that I will have once we make the stop in the university town. I'm 300 short of the full price, but I think that
As a token of good faith, Aaron can.
I paid for half a day later.
Did you catch that, Alex? Air as a token will, as a gesture, will contribute 100 gold.
I think Marana were sending the message.
Okay. Who's giving Marana 50 gold pieces?
I can do it.
All right.
Oh, Air giving the big message. We'll figure out money later. It's just money. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
I think when you say that, Air throws up in her mouth a lot.
She gets searing hot. It just burns.
It shakes with the rage.
Yeah. Air. Yeah. So Air deducted 50.
All right, very good. Marana tells you he will get on immediately and that he will send a boy to your inn to let you know as soon as he has word back.
Perfect.
Would you allow a roll of any kind if Air would send a personalized message?
We're not going out there right now.
Nice message?
Yeah, with the offer.
Sure, let me fill me in on how this is going to be.
Air, I think Air wants, in addition to obviously the cash offer, she wants to just try to communicate to him that this is going to be a exciting adventure and that he's going to want to be part of it.
Okay, so you're asking Marana to sell him on the experience,
Yeah,
in addition to the payday.
Yeah, because he get kind of mundane, just dumping foxes back and forth or whatever. Like this is something like to live a little. You're gonna
See the world.
Yeah.
See the road. Yeah, all right. Make a persuasion check. First roll of the night.
Guidance.
Nice.
oh, what was it? 1d4 or something? Forgot.
That's right. You added D4.
Above table. With 9 chilies of 14 hours.
Nice. That was busy.
Yes.
18, nice. All right. Well, we'll see what effect that has. But you craft your message, and Marana takes your money and assures you that message is on its way.
And he says, like,
Anything else? The box is not pleased. Anything else you want to get up to in town today?
we're here for at least a day, right?
We're waiting for
At this point, you're waiting for a response from a mystery captain.
Is there something? I was thinking about this, listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, the Inevitable Ruin. Is there something that like Pando can do to like grind and level up when she's in these kind of like waiting situations? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I know it's ridiculous, but like I just feel like
I don't think you're here, love.
I'm not, but it would be great to just get stronger in these times where we're like, we have a day.
You know what you do? You use it instead of paying for airships. You take that money and you buy magical items. That's what you do.
Just screw over everyone and be like, guys, instead of my 500 gold,
I'll just say
I got a magic butterfly that can sit on my shoulder.
money take these losses is a. I feel like the system is ridden with the idea that you get stronger through ideas.
Pay to play.
Yeah.
So the short answer to your question is there's always stuff to do in and around a city people in game wouldn't say gain experience, but to like train or keep yourself fresh, sharp, flashcards.
Right.
So obviously like Freya has engaged in the honor path in the arena fights.
Yep.
But in the wilderness around town, there are hunters hunting game. Most towns have like a job board looking for help.
I want to look at the job board.
And then there are also in most major cities there are literal trainers.
Yeah.
That you can hire to train you on specific skills, things like that. That's the kind of skill training is the kind of stuff that you don't do for a day, and see big results,
Right.
But
also
for downtime,
we're spending a lot of our money on this endeavor. Maybe like we have a day like Pando checks the job board. She's not going to hunt things because she really likes animals, but maybe she'll do something else.
Sure.
Ari would love to do that.
Yeah.
She's the richest poorest rich person you've ever seen.
On the way to the job board, Autumn, do you still have that rock floating above your head?
That rock floating above my head?
Yeah, you got a pretty cool magic item.
Remember the magic rock I gave you from the first cache? I initially kept it, but I didn't know what it was or how to use it. It just occurred to me.
I have that. Are you sure? I thought.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I gave it to you. It was just kind of an off the cuff. I plucked it from my head and I tossed it to you and was like, I don't know what this is.
It was a magic stone though.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever bothered to identify.
Well, as it turns out, Autumn has remembered that the tricorder has that function. We'll cast Identify on that stone.
Okay. Well, then I will tell you what that stone is.
I was just asking around.
Like, yeah, and you
On a and then we narratively passed it, and I looking in my spells, turns out I don't have to pay anybody to tell me what this is. Because I have annual.
So what this is something called an Ion Stone of Protection. And if you want to add that to your inventory, you may.
What does it do? I feel like it's better. It's probably better used by someone else.
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, yeah, let's find out, and then you can decide.
So I be specific about this is all the details you get from your spell. So Ion stones are magically enchanted stones named after Ioun, the god of knowledge and prophecy. Each Ion stone has a different property based on the type of stone that is enchanted and its shape and color. The Ion Stone of Protection grants you a +1 bonus to your armor class while it orbits your head.
Oh, damn, that's really good.
One of the things that's great about Ion Stones is they do not need to be attuned, and you can have as many of them floating around your head as you want.
Does it literally float?
Yeah, it literally orbits your head.
I think that this is one of those group items where we just whoever needs it or could use it in the specific task that we're using.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like maybe Freya
or something. I mean, if we're going to have some time on this ship, we've got time now. We can talk strategy of fighting Epido again. Sorry, I have to pause doing the voice. Yes, I think that we should find a way to get Freya to fly again. And when we're fighting Epido, Freya should definitely have that stone. I mean, it worked really well to have a flying, raging dragon on our side. The first, I think having a flying, raging dragon, the second time, it would also, we would benefit from that. So, when we fight Epido, for sure, our barbarian is going to, our barbarian friend could use that stone.
I think Eric gives the stone to Freya and just pats her on her arm, and it's like, you need this. You should have this.
You'll have to add it to Freya's inventory.
I can do that. Manage inventory. All right. Add 2 equipments.
What's great about that too is it doesn't. It's a way to increase her armor class without messing with her barbarian stuff.
Right.
And it stacks with all of her other stuff. I think. Yeah, I assume it stacks with everything else.
Doesn't cancel anything out.
It's not like it's +1 like natural armor or something. No, it's a specific category.
Just
you
moved her from 15 to 16.
I think that one other thing that Freya would want to do, because we were talking about this, in her inventory, she's got gems that she didn't initially convert into gold pieces when we got them. And I would imagine that if we are looking for money, that she would suggest turning those in.
Okay. I don't see gems in her inventory.
Okay. Sounds like
1 ruby.
yeah, 1 ruby.
Worth 750 gold.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
A ruby the size of a D20. It's scrape it in there.
Pockets.
Yeah. That's on top of the almost 600 gold pieces she's carrying around.
I think that we were talking about that she had remembered that she had that in there. Oh, I was looking through her inventory and was like, yeah, I actually looked through all of your inventories, and it's really funny because over the 4 years that we've played, we've definitely gotten our collection of stuff. Courtney, almost nothing.
You get it out.
I mean, the Ravenfield is pretty good.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's just funny because that's a very druid-like of you. You're like, oh, I don't need that except a couple of sticks and maybe this rock. I really like this rock.
I found this cool skull.
It's pretty.
Yeah. I like it.
Look at Freya, suddenly rich.
Eric's gonna stuff 100 gold into the box to keep it. It's been panicking ever since.
Okay. Got it. Let me find that. Go. 100?
She's scripting it earlier.
That's right. The box is not displeased with that. Okay. So y'all head down to the job board. The job board is near the front gates in sort of the first main square from the town entrance facing the river port. If you recall, Nantong is set back from the river a decent distance, and there's just one kind of long straight road that leads from the docks down on the river straight up to the main gate of Nantong. So anyway, just inside those gates, there's a large square, and in the center of that square, there is a fountain, and near that fountain, there is a pretty large job board. You peruse it for a little while. That's a little after lunchtime at this point, or maybe right around lunchtime. A lot of the jobs are just basic menial labor. Looking for someone to clean my house, looking for someone to load boxes onto a river barge, looking for someone to muck out the stalls in my, that sort of thing. Yeah. But you scan through it and you see a few things that seem interesting. So there are 4 jobs on here that catch your attention. One, someone is offering a reward for eliminating a group of bandits that they claim are stealing fish.
Ooh.
Always down to kick some bandit ass.
Yep. So this is a local fish merchant who has had baskets of fish disappearing, both from their storage facility and from their wagons. And they claim to know where the bandits are operating out of, and they want someone to eliminate the threat. There is a person asking for help to get their fishing boat out of the river, which has sunk, sort of out in the deep part of the river. This is either something that would require a great deal of manual labor or some kind of magic assistance. There is a job asking for help scaring off seagulls down at the docks. They're a real menace to the fishermen who are trying to clean their catches at the end of the day. Huge clouds of them come in, and it's a big undertaking. They either need a lot of people or someone very effective at scaring off seagulls. And then there's one other that is written in really broken common with very bad handwriting. And it says something like this: need big help at farm out town, not trap.
You know what? Out of curiosity, I feel like Air would be like, let's check this out. Null or something.
But the seagull one seems like we could really
Are the prices
effective change here in town.
offers for money on it?
Yeah, so the seagull job is offering 1 silver per person per day or shift.
God.
But the posting says it's looking for 25 to 30 people to do this work. So you imagine if you had some way to do it at scale, that you could maybe make more than that.
To me on this one, we just devise a series of netting over where they clean the fish. That will keep the birds from coming in, and will be a cheap structure that they can easily maintain. This seems like these fishermen are kind of dumb that they didn't come up with this themselves. But I imagine that we could sell this idea to them, and we could rig it up in a couple of hours. Well, I mean, let me take a look at the area.
But this could be potentially far more cash than a silver piece a day.
You don't have any curiosity for the trap, not trap?
Interested in killing anyone? I guess that's shouldn't come off as
Hear something to pull the boat out of the deep.
Possibly. There's not a reward specified on that posting. There is a 50 gold piece reward specified on the bandits stealing fish job, and the need big help at a farm outside of town job is listed at 100. But it doesn't say 100 what. It just says 100.
I would be interested in the 50 golds because also we could divide and conquer.
We take all of the jobs.
I mean, we have time.
Do we? We have one
A day.
to do all these jobs?
Well, I'd be interested in the bandits.
Man, Air's so curious about the trap, not trap.
I'm curious too, but like 100.
All right, fine. Let's go into the trap, not trap.
It's probably 100 rubies the size of a D20.
See?
Well, that's probably what they need.
Let's go. It's actually a magic item, 3 magic items each.
I just feel like you got it when the DM gives you something like that. You got it. Thank it.
It's gonna be absurd and fun.
It's gonna be something silly. Maybe it's gonna be a bunch
And
of
then
elves.
here's this last one. I don't know. It just reads
100.
I mean, outside of the game, yes, of course we're going to go to the trap, not trap. Inside the game, I'm just playing Potom how he would definitely respond to this. Already dreaming about the engineering project.
Air has like a cat-like quality to her where she's just curious.
Okay,
Stuff
so
like
at
this.
least we can help all of these people.
All right. Fine. Let's go see the trap, not trap. And if we have time, let's try to take these fishermen's money for setting them up a structure.
Okay, compromise. I like it.
And help this farmer with their literacy. Well, we're up all literacy. She did used to teach.
I mean, I'm thinking of the Chris Farley scene in Almost Heroes, where Matthew Perry's trying to teach him the alphabet, and when they get to B, he's like, "Do you want my head to explode?"
All right. Well, if you are looking to investigate, let me just get this up here.
And unfortunately, Kenda's going to have to scoot soon because I have to go put real hands on and show us. But I'm down for the farm.
Real grown up pants.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you arrive, you take the job posting, and it gives you directions to an area, probably a good hour's hike outside of town. It's an area where the landscape is a little more rocky. There's a little bit of elevation change out here. Nothing substantial. Like, this is not a mountainy area by any means anywhere around here. But there is... cover all. There we go. But there is an area where it gets a little bit hilly, and there is a smaller sort of tributary path for merchant carts that heads off in a northerly direction. It's not the main road that you took to get to the Maib Sahir, but it's like a side road option that some smaller merchant carts will take from time to time. in an effort to try to get out ahead, perhaps, of other larger, more well-equipped merchant caravans. And so you find yourself heading into this area where the job board told you to go. Going to start a map session.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right.
For you.
Now. Do you guys want to take his home with you?
I do, Andrew, but you've already housed one.
Your boys on fun.
No, they don't need trees. Hunks.
Screw those guys.
For real.
Do you want to take them home?
I'll take him, I guess. Yeah, or take one or whatever. I'll give him to Banner.
Can you? I'll bring this home that's a map.
Perfect.
Looking on silver.
I like how when we finally have a little bit of money, we we spend it.
They just one fell asleep.
I like being
Yeah, I like it.
I'm thinking like peanuts on us. Like, let's.
I actually kind of like that about us, that we're always kind of like basically broke. Like we'll get money.
It is
and then it goes away.
very consistent, and I'm here for it.
I am too. Because you know what I find unbelievable a lot of times in movies? I'm like, how can they do this? How can they like charter things and have food and armor?
Yeah, they're always going places and doing stuff.
And I'm like, where's your monies?
Y'all came together because you were broke.
Yeah.
Then it's been the through line. It's never
Really-
nothing's changed. Who knows? Maybe the whiskey will be your big breakthrough.
strategy wise. Let's let Freya get the kill if we are going to kill this person, so that she can get charged back to her talent.
Are we killing someone we're helping?
All right, are you all in the map? You see?
Oh yeah.
See the things? All right, there's a cloaked figure waiting at the top of this sort of winding path up into the sort of rocky foothills. And he sees you coming. He sort of raises one hand. His hand is gloved, and gives a slow wave and waits for you to get a little closer. So as you get closer, does anybody say anything? What do you do?
Can we like do a check to see if there's like traps around or anything?
Sure. You can roll a perception check.
I think Air would like to use her wand of secrets.
Can I guidance myself?
You can guidance yourself.
So, shoot. I forgot my guidance stuff.
That's right. Just roll a d4.
Thank you.
And it looks like that was an 18.
Yes. +4.
That's very good. Okay. So with that perception check, well, let me ask this. You were looking around for traps, or you were looking at this cloaked figure? What are you?
I'm looking at the cloaked figure and like around that cloaked figure, because if they're beckoning us to them, I want to be like, what are we going toward?
Okay. So with a 22, the first thing that you notice is that for the weather and the time of year, this humanoid is wrapped up way more than is bundled up much more than you would expect. They gotta be sweating in this getup, because even under this big hooded cowl and all of this tightly wrapped leather clothing, even under that, they also have their face masked and wrapped.
So we can't tell if there's flesh on their skin.
I'm
thinking like zombies.
Yeah, you're not seeing
stuff.
You're not really seeing any skin. You can see some eyes, and they look like real eyes.
Okay.
There's eyeballs in there.
Okay.
But it's clear to you from this distance that this person has put a lot of energy into concealing themselves from head to toe. There is one place that they missed, though, with a 22. You can see poking out the side of this wrapping they have around their face in just one little place, sort of long, reddish hair or fur. You can't tell if it's part of a beard or part of body hair or what. But there's a little tuft that they didn't quite tuck away.
Did Tabaxi talk? Are they tall enough to be one?
They're certainly tall enough to be a tabaxi. In fact, they would be pretty tall for most tabaxi that you've seen.
Okay.
And then again, with the 22 in the surrounding areas, in the immediate vicinity of the cloaked figure, you don't see anything obviously problematic, but you do pick up on the fact that up higher into these foothills, there's lots of shadows and blind corners, and like you can't really see around the corner where this path continues to, and up in these hills. It's a pretty good ambush spot.
You acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Air moves a little closer and pulls out her wand of secrets, and TSA
Okay. All right.
starts waving around.
Great. Yeah. Remind me. Tell me the text of the Wand of Secrets again, so I know specifically what it's.
Let's
the
not
tech
how
thing.
it's not going to help me.
Yeah.
While holding it, you can use an action to spend one of its charges. If a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest you. The wand regains one d expend charges daily at dawn.
Got it. Yeah. No reaction.
Okay.
There is no secret door or trap within 30 feet of you.
I think Air, knowing what it looks like, her doing that she goes, never be too careful. That would be understand.
The cloaked figure.
Sorry. I think that Potom will next use his divine sense. He will open up his tricorder and kind of discreetly scan the figure.
Okay.
Guys, look how close we are. We used to like just roll right into this stuff.
For real. Really, the cloaked figure.
Right. Pano would be like,
Beckoning to us.
hello.
All right, so let's see. Divine sense. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor. So then,
It doesn't
the location.
inside the armor, it's kind of like the Tony Stark head cam, where he's kind of got his heads up display. Of course, it doesn't look all computerized, but if it's evil, like Courtney, I would imagine that it's kind of, flashes red inside my can.
So this ability detects celestials, fiends, and undead, and you get no hits with your divine sense. There are no celestials, fiends, or undead near you, nor are you near any hallowed or desecrated ground.
Okay.
Can Air so check like body posture and what the actions and the demeanor of the
Wait.
Yeah. Four.
It was a 1. Or Talister.
Yeah, it seems chill.
Seems like a chill dude.
Seems chill. You gave a friendly wave when you walked up, so that was good.
I imagine that breaks the ice and probably greets him in a very Freya-like way. Blunt, to the point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Freya marches up and holds up the job posting and says, we're here to provide big help for 100. The cloaked figure gives sort of a non-committal grunt and nods its head up and down, and then turns and beckons and starts walking up the hill.
Well,
Yep.
Air keeps her hand on her sword. Let's be aware.
Sure. All right, I think Freya's going to follow.
Okay, air fog.
As in air next.
Make sure we're long, I guess.
Sure. Put you up there, and then I guess Panda is going to come. And Potom, you're coming?
Yep.
All right. Very good. Clear some fog here.
Air feels pretty invincible now with her displacer cloak piece.
Yeah.
Piece cloak.
Fair. All right. You come up a little higher, and you can see more of the...
Just like, think that's a cool cloak? Check out my cloak.
Look at... Hey, we want to compare cloaks sometime. Where'd you get your cloak?
Who's your cloak guy?
Because you got a cloak guy? I got this from Morana. All right. Continues to move. And continues to wave at you. And keep moving up.
I suppose, right? I mean, what else are we going to do, right?
Sure.
So like I think that Potom will lag behind ever so slightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's going to move again and beckon you once again.
Can from where Potom is, can he see the cloaked figure up there?
Yeah, you got an angle on that guy.
Okay.
Okay. Get a slightly better view up here as you come around. Freya's gonna keep up. Air, are you keeping up?
Yep.
Okay. Pando's sticking with the group. Potom, where are you going?
Move me to where Panda was, just next to that tree there. There we go. Yeah.
All right, very good. So, right about here is when the cloaked figure is going to turn back and sort of hold its hand up in a pause motion, and then it is going to start chuckling in sort of a low guttural voice, and it says, "Is trapped. Is trapped. You fall for trap." And then it will unwrap its cloak and reveal that it is a lone hobgoblin in leather armor. And it will give a little signal, and stepping out of a bush near it, a second hobgoblin leans over the edge with a bow and arrow, a short bow with an arrow knocked. And the first hobgoblin says, "You give 100. Give."
I think Air
"Stupid."
Air rolls her eyes, draws her sword, and approaches the hobgoblin. It does just...
Air, guys don't have any money.
Yeah, but now it's personal.
We can just walk away from.
Oh, I guess. Nah, I think I already said it. Air's gonna do it. I think Air would.
All right.
Air's for trouble.
Gonna engage him in combat.
Yeah, it's gonna go and just behead the.
Okay.
Can we at least just tie them up? I mean, do we have to kill them?
Air will not kill him.
All right. Air moves forward to attack, and before we start initiative, this is where the actual trap will spring. Leaping down from the next level.
Oh my gosh, too.
It are two trolls who are here helping the hobgoblins. And now we are going to roll for initiative. So I will, let's see. Gonna roll for oh, that automatically roll. Let's see. You guys want to roll your own initiative?
Yeah, I'm 4.
18.
Okay, excellent. And I guess all a real die for Freya. 16 for her. And then real die for Pando. She gets +1. It's at 7. Okay. That means that first to act are the hobgoblins. So as they see air marching purposefully towards them with sword out, this first hobgoblin is going to pull out its longsword, move forward a bit, and take a swing at you, Air. That is going to be a disadvantage, of course. Oh yeah, disadvantage. So that's a 12, which I imagine this is you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The second hobgoblin is going to step back a little ways. Actually going to scamper up this hill. Let's just clear off more of this fog. Well, going to scamper back up this hill a little ways. And is going to fire off an arrow at you, Air, at disadvantage. Is a 4, so miss. And that makes it your turn here.
I think Air just stabs this guy in front of him.
Give it a shot.
27.
Yeah, 27 hits. It's an easy hit.
9.
Okay.
Attacks again. 17.
17 misses.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
So hobgoblins are fairly well armored. Under all the cloaks, they are what they're rocking, probably like studded leather, something like that. All right, very good. So you got to lick in on him. Any movement? Anything else on your turn? Bonus action?
Sure. As a bonus action. Here's some bonus action spells. Oh shoot, that's what I meant to do. I meant to do Hex first, which is a bonus action. Well, now I guess Hex.
Okay. Who are you hexing?
The one in front of me.
All right.
Do you mind if I roll my 1 damage that I would have done?
Is hexed. No, that's fine.
I roll on D6. 2 more damage.
All right. Got it. Next up is Freya. Anybody wanting to pilot Freya, or do you want me to?
I'll pilot Freya.
Okay.
Let me just get over to her sheet here. I imagine that she will rage, and let's have her attack that troll that's right next to her with her Kimba's Talon. And as the page loads, there.
Sorry, what's the circle for? What's the circle?
Don't worry about that.
Oh.
Just I preset it. With one of those where I was measuring beforehand. So many javelins in here.
She got a lot of javelins.
All right. How does a 10 do?
10 misses.
She does it again because I believe that she has 2.
Yep, she gets 2 attacks.
Oh, this is terrible. 15.
15 just hits.
All right, and it's 2d6. Is that what it does? 2d6 plus 5. 15.
15 points of damage. Nice. Okay.
And as she makes her attacks, she's trying to just wound the beast enough to. She's not trying to kill it.
Okay.
I think that she takes Fob's advice.
Right, that's Freya's turn. Next up, the trolls are going to act. So the troll who just took a slash from Freya is going to slash back. It gets to make 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. So first it's going to try to claw her. That is a 15 to hit. Does that hit Freya?
It does hit Freya.
Does it? Didn't we just give her?
Oh, yeah, they go to 16.
Didn't you just get the Ion Stone?
Oh, she did. But it doesn't look like it's in her inventory, or is it not? Oh, it is. It is in her inventory, and it's activated. Well, maybe that's what it is with that.
Oh, weird. Let me look.
I thought you said, like, oh, no, she has 16 or something.
Yeah.
I remember looking at mine, which is 17, and be like, oh, it's actually very close to mine.
Oh, the Ion Stone does have to be a 2. I thought. Oh, maybe they changed that.
She would have had it.
Did I put I put a legacy version in here. It doesn't matter. For now, there, now it's activated. Yeah, so a 15 he misses.
Yeah.
Okay, his second attack with claws is a 20, so that will hit. Freya will take 14 points of slashing damage, reduced to 7. I can make that change, Alex.
Oh, I was just gonna keep math on a sheet.
Oh, she needs a long rest anyways. You guys have not done anything since a nap. All right, so 7 points of damage for Freya. There we go. All right, and then finally, the troll's going to attempt to bite her. That's a 22 to hit. And his bite will do 5 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2. All right. Second troll is up next. He's going to lumber up the hill and take some swipes at Pada. First claw attack. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage. Second claw attack. 23 to hit. Boy, these guys are rolling. That's 12 points of slashing damage. And then he's going to attempt to bite you. That's an 8. So his teeth chip on your heavy metal armor. That is his turn. Next up is Pando. You want to pilot Pando?
Sure. I don't know how to access her stuff, though. Do I do the
If you
Open up a new tab, like duplicate your tab, and then you can go into from the home screen, go into the campaign. So instead of my characters, go to my campaigns. And when you click on the campaign, you can go down to her character sheet and view it. That's how I was able to look through your inventory.
I'll keep it open over here too, so if there's changes that need to be made, I can make them. Because I don't believe you can edit it,
Yeah, we don't have those.
but I can do that until we go. Yeah. So you've got wild shape, you've got some spells.
Oh my gosh, what is this? What did I click on? Okay. Oh, here we go. Oops. Choose you.
View.
So I can't see. But let's see. It is. Okay. Hey, okay. Oh my gosh, I did not know how she works here. She probably want to change. She probably went on wild shape, right? So she'd want to.
She does love to wild shape.
You can do that as a bonus action, right?
She can't.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't say that here, which is weird. But I believe we've established that she can't. Yeah. Let's see. Who does she have? What kind of animal options does she have? Grizzly bear, right?
Yep, she can do a grizzly bear. I don't know if she actually added these all into her notes or she's got them in separate notes. Oh, here we go. Beasts for wild shape. Oh, she's got a lot. She turned into a seabird, an eagle, an owl, a chicken, a large lizard, a squirrel, a chipmunk, a fox, a cat. So under her notes.
Aww.
Oh, can you not see her notes? Oh, you don't have access to her notes. Okay, I have access to her notes. Yeah, cat, rat, brown bear, auroch, ox, horse, dolphin, water snake, water buffalo, giant shark, hunter shark, giant rat, monkey, deer, ape, boar, jaguar, raven.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume not the shark. I think she'll.
Fighting forms, I think you're looking at brown bear, auroch.
I think brown bear is the obvious choice.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
Boar.
Okay, brown bear it is.
All right. Brown bear it up. Get you a brown bear token. Great quits. Companion, brown bear. Boom. Hide a regular pando. All right. Pando's a brown bear. She still do things. What's she going to do?
She's going to. Probably move up to the troll A and flank and attack the troll. Assume that's flanking.
Sounds good.
I'm looking at brown bear.
All the extra steps of being a druid.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is why I'm not a druid.
All the supplemental
Okay.
stat blocks that you need.
Okay. Bite and claws. Okay, so yeah, and it's unchanged, right? It's just like off the stat block.
Yep. Straight up brown bear.
Okay, so she's gonna roll a d20. Oh, see, this is where actually having physical dice actually would be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ask it back to mine to do d20. 15.
15 hits. It is at advantage, so you can roll another.
Oh, yeah,
sushi crits.
Sure thing. She will. $16.
Okay. All right, so
That's 1d8 plus 4 piercing. Oh, that's annoying. 5.
okay, 5 piercing damage.
And then she's going to do her claws attack. Another plus 5 to hit. It's a 9. I assume that misses.
That does miss.
Darn. Let's see what else she has her bonus action to shape. She attacked. She moved. I guess that's everything she can do, right?
Yep. How many hit points does the brown bear have?
Brown bear has 34.
34. Okay, great. All right. Next up is Potom.
Well, do we run?
We're kind of locked from running at the moment.
You can disengage, right? Run through its legs.
I think that you yell, "Sorry, air," and you
It's okay. You gotta send
a really loud tone emits from the shoulders of the exocomp. And everybody in that circle needs to make a what am I trying to do? Everybody in that circle needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Troll B.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot that it's a. We can skip the apply it for now. But Hex allows me to pick an ability that. Oh, but it's not an ability roll. It's a saving throw. Isn't it?
Yeah.
See, it's like a worthless thing. What do they even put there?
It might be saves. I don't.
It just says ability. It's like ability roll.
Oh yeah. And that wouldn't.
One.
Well, Troll B nat 1'd it, which is
Beat a 17.
which is crazy because they have a 20 Constitution.
Shit.
Rolled a nat 1, so Troll B failed. Hobgoblin A failed. And air saved.
Great. Let's find out what happens. Oh, that's a lot of. Oh,
No.
that is for a 3d8. I didn't even. About 6.
Brutal. Well, you did take down Hobgoblin A. If that's any consolation. But yeah, it's not great.
No, that's not awesome.
Is there any supplemental or just damage?
I guess does a spell attack count as an attack?
Yes. What do you mean? If you roll it, I think they're no. Wait, if you roll, if you roll it, if you like roll a d20 to attack, is I think the kind of the ruling.
That's right. So AOE.
Yeah, it's like saving stuff that just triggers saving throws.
Okay.
But Thunderwave doesn't like knock people prone or push them back or anything like that.
Oh no, this wasn't Thunderwave. This was Shatter.
Oh, Shatter. Got it.
Yeah, and let's. A creature made of inorganic material has such as stone, crystal, metal. It's disadvantage on saving throws. No. Nope, nothing else. Cool.
Okay. Well, you took out the cloaked figure with that. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Next up is our hobgoblin friend. He is going to fire off another arrow at air. He can't quite seem to understand why he's missing. That is a 13 to hit, which
It's a no duo.
misses, and he's again at disadvantage anyway. So it's actually a 10, so he misses. And air, you're up.
Okay, Air is going to use a bonus action to move Hex to Troll A. they kind of nestle in here to concentrate attacking on this troll A.
All right. Yeah, that hits. Got the big rolls today, but that misses.
Why will this advantage?
Oh, it's like that. Yeah.
4 plus 6 plus 6 plus another d6. Oh boy. So 18.
18 damage. Wow.
And then she's gonna roll. She's gonna attack again, of course. 19. Oh, no, sorry. That's the other ability that does the extended critical.
Man, look at these rolls for air.
This is her like element. She now that she has
On fire.
the cloak, she's kind of a monster.
Yes.
16. 20. So she did 38 damage in one turn.
Boy, oh boy. That was big. The troll looks badly hurt. After that round.
Single target damage she can throw down.
Yeah, for real.
No crowd control though.
Well, you got friends for that. All right, Freya's up next. She gonna bust out the talon again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. How long does rage last for?
As long as you need it to.
Yeah, rage continues unless a turn goes by where Freya doesn't attack or or take damage.
What and what's that charge moves where she likes to run around creatures and
Oh yeah, I'm always confused by this. So,
Well, didn't you create it? Didn't you?
no, it's part of her.
Oh, I thought this was a you invention.
No, it's a so many javelins. No, it's a trait of her
Oh, okay.
totem barbarian charger. So she has to use the dash action. When you use the dash action, you can use a bonus action to make a melee weapon attack or shove a creature. If you move at least 10 feet in a straight line before using this bonus action, you either gain a +5 bonus to the damage roll or push the target up to 10 feet.
Okay. Well, if you if you disengage with her.
So, fun fact,
I'm saying
the eagle the
using this one. So,
disadvantage
get attack. And I always thought it was sus. Because she has to use the dash action to do this.
yes, you're giving up.
Giving up 2 attacks to do this. She's not a rogue, so she can't bonus action dash. And I've been letting her do this the whole time. So
you can't dash.
we'll go back. We'll go back and just edit the story. Upido killed you all in the last fight. So it was a TPK, and we'll just pick up the story with new characters.
I guess we're just delegitimize the entire.
Yeah, we'll just retcon it because we've been doing that wrong.
I feel like it's just not that useful because especially like now it would be really cool if she could disengage from this troll and like dash up to the other to the hobgoblin.
Yeah,
But you just can't.
No, she can. As her totem spirit eagle, while you're raging, other creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attack rolls against you, and you can use dash action as a bonus action on your turn.
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah, we did. I remember we talked about this, and so then the question was,
can you take 2 bonus?
can she take 2 bonus actions? And I think I allowed it.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
the rules as written, I don't think you can.
Rules as written, you can't.
Yeah, you can't downgrade.
I've often thought that was dumb.
Yeah, you believe in power to change it.
I did. Okay. So we'll retcon it, and now you guys all live in the last battle, and it's not a TPK anymore.
That's so much cooler. Yeah, if she can use it in like a situation like this is what I think would make it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so she can't disengage, but
But
the opportunity attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah. I like it.
So
Is that the plan? Is she charging up the hill to get the hobgoblin?
sure. I thought that she could. I mean, or push the target up 10 feet away from you. I mean, she could just shove the troll.
Or whatever.
Well, in order to do that, she'd have to back up and then charge forward. But she can do it.
Yeah, I think that that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna she'll back up and then dash forward. And I mean, we'll take the disadvantage on the opportunity attack.
All right, he's going to make an opportunity attack with his claws at disadvantage. That's a 21.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage, rolled a 15 and a 14, plus 7 to hit.
Freya is the worst luck.
She really does. That's 14 points of slashing damage, reduced to 7 because she's raging.
But it doesn't interrupt the mood.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have Sentinel or any kind of special ability like that. So that's fine. All right, and so now she's going to bonus action dash, charge forward, and make her attack.
Yep, just ram that guy right into the wall.
And like +5 or something? Is that what it? There's something else in there.
Yeah, so she can either take a +5 bonus to the damage roll if she decides to attack.
Oh, it's a damage roll.
Right. So if she decides to use it as a melee attack, she gets bonus to the damage roll. Or instead of making an attack, she can use a shove, which will knock the creature 10 feet away if you shove and succeed.
I think that she's going to. I think that she won't just make a melee attack. She'll just, ram the guy.
Yeah.
She'll Freya battering ram.
+5 to damage is really good, actually.
Yeah. All right. So just make a Kimba's Talon attack. And she's not gonna not use her sword.
That's better than like going on D8.
Yeah.
Do.
It's D8 your
damage. It's 17.
17 hits.
Plus, when you wanted experience, well, she's going to get experience.
Yeah.
You're welcome. What can I say that you're welcome?
All right. 9 plus 5.
+5 with Kimba's Talon, and then an additional +5 because of the charger.
Oh, just like that's the.
Got it. So 14.
19.
Oh, no, 19. Oh, that's a big one. It's a big hit. All right. And then still got her action.
Oh.
Wait, no,
because she.
no.
Yeah.
Right.
Bonus.
She dashed, bonus action dashed, and then did the charge.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Very good. Next up, trolls. Troll A, who is surrounded by all kinds of bad guys, roars in anger, and you see some of its wounds starting to knit up. The bleeding starts to slow, and it is going to lash out at the creature that hit it most recently, which is Freya. So first with a claw attack. That's a 26 to hit. That is going to be 10 points of damage reduced to 5. Next, its second claw attack is a 14 to hit. That misses. And then it will try to bite Freya. That's a 27 to hit. For 7 points of damage, reduced to 3. Jesus. Yeah, his barbarian damage reduction is nuts.
No, that's great. But I mean, she just keeps. It's just the damage.
I should just
soaking it.
And that's all he can do. Troll B is going to lay into Potom again. Is Troll B taking any damage? Oh yeah, Troll B took damage. So Troll B is going to heal up. And then attack Potom thrice. Claws. 27 to hit. Oh, that's a natural 20.
No.
So that's going to be a super fun crit. So this plus 12, 22 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
Second claw attack is an 8, which misses. And then he'll try to bite you. That's a 12, which I assume also misses.
That's awesome. Okay. What the?
All right. That's pretty good. Troll B's doing pretty good. Next up is Pando Bear.
I think she would just continue attacking.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Go see here. Multi attack, bite, +5 to hits. Nat 20.
Nice. All right. You know the rules. Regular roll plus maximum, or plus the maximum dice.
Right. 1d8.
So wherever you roll here, plus.
So 5 plus 8.
13.
Oh no, sorry. 5 plus 4 plus 8. So it's 17.
17. Nice. Well, 17 is exactly what you needed to take Troll A down. Pando gonna stay there or move?
Nope. Pando's going to. I'm trying to think. Pando. She doesn't know a way to scale these walls or anything. I feel like that's what she would ask about right now if I was coordinating.
Well, she could charge past you guys.
Oh, she moved past us.
Yeah.
I think she'd come down to try to help Potom probably.
Fair. Yeah. Makes sense. Potom just took some pretty big hits. Yeah, there's space there. They can cozy it. Potom's small.
And then second attack is claws. That's +5.
Well, I'm medium construct.
Oh, that's true. Well, so it's
But
height, but I want to say you can fit.
No advantage this time though.
Nope, no advantage.
Oh, 11 plus 5, 16.
16 hits.
There we go. 2d6 plus 4 slashing. Eight more damage.
Nice. All right. Next up is Potom.
bonus actions, healing potion
Okay.
for 10 points. And then we'll gird around the troll. And delicately smash that troll with his warhammer. No, he's not going to use the warhammer. He's gonna thunder gauntlet it.
Okay.
That seems more. Yeah. Again, he's not trying to kill the troll. 13.
13 misses.
Oh, geez. Offhand, Thunder Gauntlet. 16?
16 hits.
For 4 points of damage.
On it.
That's it.
All right, top of the round, our friend the Hobgoblin is going to.
It's not getting concerned.
He's a little concerned. He's going to fire off an arrow, this time at Freya. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Of course it is. After missing air 3 rounds ago,
Yeah.
he's going to crit. So this is going to be this plus 8. That's a total of 10. Piercing damage to Freya reduced to 5.
Oh, what a choke of a critical.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, Hobgoblins. That would have been a big deal 3 levels ago.
Yeah.
You would have really been have to look out. Oh wait. Oh
Even misreading those?
no, the Hobgoblin has a special power, but it only activates if the creature it's damaging is within 5 feet of an ally of the Hobgoblin.
Oh.
That isn't incapacitated.
So it hasn't happened yet.
So that would have been really, really sick if you hadn't just knocked the troll down.
Right.
It would have been an extra 2d6 damage on that attack, which was also a crit, so it would have been an extra
Wow.
probably
What?
18 damage.
But that's not the Hobgoblin's day.
But none of that happened.
But also, that would have been cut in half because
Right.
Freya is rage.
Friggin' rage. And that makes it Air's turn.
Okay. Do you think Air could snuggle up with the brown bear?
Yeah, there's a little space in there.
Just like up against the wall.
Sure.
So we should definitely do that. Oh, she uses a bonus action to.
But I didn't even do that last attack at advantage for flanking. But whatever. Damn it.
Air uses a bonus action to cast Hex. Blade's Curse. Curse, not Hex.
Hexblade's Curse. So, Crane?
Yeah, they could have made it more confusing. And this is the plus 3 damage, critical hit on 1920, regain health if he dies. And then she's just gonna lay into them, like she always does. $18?
Yeah, 18 hits.
Oh, actually, it'd have been 13 plus 9. I suppose I did. Yeah, I didn't know. So they're just adding together. But still hits.
Oh, I see.
See your sample.
Yeah. But yes, you hit.
Seven plus 6 plus 3, so 16. Nat 20.
Woo, look out.
Okay. Oh, so it's just the dice again. Well, does this dice? Well, I roll a d6 for the hex.
Any dice.
Okay, any dice that I roll. Okay.
Any dice that are.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 6 is 18 plus 3 is 21 plus another 18 because I rolled 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
What did I just say? So it's 18 plus another. No,
18 plus 21.
21 plus 18. Yeah,
39.
39.
Holy cow.
That's got to be a record.
That might, other than the one monster round that Freya did, or no, that Freya took. Yeah,
she's tanked more health.
that might be the biggest one round outlay of damage we've seen so far. That was big. That troll's still up, but you have
Oh my god.
just splattered this hillside with green blood.
Yeah.
You slashed big chunks of this thing off. It.
It's hexed, it's cursed, it's attacked twice with a great sword. Yes, it's got all the.
Yeah, that was big damage. That takes us to Freya's turn. The Hobgoblin's terrifying.
If she could go after the Hobgoblin if she wants to recharge the Talon, right? Since it gets recharged.
Yeah.
And
Yep. I mean, I think that she just repeats her last move. She will bonus action dash and then bonus action, for one complete action, her charge.
All right, roll that attack.
+8. That's what we're looking for.
Nice.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
25. 2d6 plus.
I hope the AI summary makes a point about the 39 damage being a record. For sure.
Is 11. No, sorry, 13 points of damage.
Plus, did you already do the +5 for her charge?
Oh, I didn't. It would be 17.
17 points of damage is a lot more than this hobgoblin has. He is toast. Before I forget, let me give her a Kimba charge. Bink. She got one. All right, nice. All right, next up is Troll A, who is back.
Wait, what?
Yep. He stands back up and marches his way down the hill and takes some slashes at Pando in her bear form. First a claw attack.
Well, that's not cool.
That is a 10. Does that hit a bear?
No, thank God.
Nope. Second attack with the claws is a 14. Does that hit a bear?
Yes.
That's bear. All right. That's going to be 12 points of slashing damage to the bear. And that's going to bite the bear. That's a 16. That's another 7. So 19 points of damage total to the bear on that turn.
I don't have to go fixing it if you're okay with it.
Here, let's check out my phone quick. So you said the bear had 34, I think.
34, yeah, minus 19 will be at 15.
All right. Bear is down to 15. Next up is Troll B. Troll B's wounds are also going to heal up a bit. And it's going to lash out at Potham again, I think. No, I think it is scared of the damage that Air just did.
The small, woman.
I think it's gonna attack there. So first claw attack at disadvantage is a 17 to hit.
Wow, just barely.
Hey, we got one. That's gonna be 13 points of slashing damage. Second claw attack at disadvantage, another 17 to hit.
Oh, come on.
This thing is getting it. 12 points of slashing damage. And then a bite attack at disadvantage. 8. That's a miss. Nat 1. Nat 20 and a nat 1. You hate to see it.
Do you?
All right. And that takes us to the bear.
Well, I feel like we're kind of smushed. I think we're committed to taking this Troll B down. So I think well, she doesn't have what other powers does she have? Like healing wise, she'd be.
I think she's got a minor healing spell or two. She's got quite a few spells.
Yeah, that's right. But she can't like cast spells in bear.
She can't cast spells in bear form, no, but she can drop it as a bonus action.
What happens when she gets to 0? She just turns back to herself. Is that and then
That's
spillover damage?
That's
Is that how that works?
There's spillover damage, yeah.
Okay. I think she'll just stay.
Yeah,
There's
I think
points of temporary hit points for her.
Right. Okay. Okay, +5 attack. So 16.
16 does hit.
Nice. And that's gonna be what did those for? $12.
Nice. That's a big bear attack.
Oh my gosh, how's this troll still standing? Yeah. Okay, second attack. Flaws, another +5 to hit. Oh, it's supposed to be the nat 20. It's gonna be 10 + 5, so 15.
That just hits. Barely.
It's like 2.
Did it?
So, yep. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's the worst roll. It's only 2 + 4, so it's 6.
6.
18 damage.
Yeah, it's still a good turn for a
bear.
For a bear, yeah. Pretty solid. All right, nice. Potom, your turn.
Pando just attacked Troll B.
That's right.
I think that Potom will use Catapult to launch a rock at Troll A,
Okay.
seeing him up behind everyone. Which means that is a 3d8 bludgeoning damage for 14 points of damage.
Okay, wait. Does he get a save or is it a weapon attack?
Dex 17.
Dexterity save. Okay, so this is Troll A. Dex save. That's a 12. So he fails to save. And you said 14 damage?
14 damage.
Okay. He goes down.
And that is that for Potom.
All right. Very good. Next up is Air.
Air's got to believe that this troll is near its end here. So she's going to attack it. What was that, 19? Oh, so it's a crit. Is 19. So it's 19 + 9, but it's a crit. So,
well, I'll tell you for free that you almost couldn't possibly not kill this thing. You do the last of its damage, and down it goes.
okay. I won't know.
Freya is going to rush up to the corpse of Troll A and chop its head off.
Okay. Do that. At the top of the round, Troll A heals up and pops back up.
Oh, but isn't Freya's turn before Troll A's?
Yeah, she hacked at its corpse.
Oh.
But at the top of its turn, it heals.
So what's the secret here with the trolls? Can we...
Potom is going to... Oh, wait. It's not Potom's turn. It's Troll's turn.
So the troll is going to attack Freya.
My weapon's magic that makes me do this.
And it doesn't. Troll's going to attack Freya. That's a 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
You know what?
That'll be 10 slashing damage reduced to 5. Next claw attack is a 16 to hit again. That's 13 slashing damage reduced to 6. And then finally a bite attack. misses. Troll B.
It's the closest to truly grinding, but you can just land the trolls revive.
Troll B is going to pop up and is going to launch a couple of attacks on air. Claw attack, disadvantage.
Oh, I have a question about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so does it die for the purposes of curse? Where
Oh, wait, it's not at disadvantage anymore because you took damage. Yeah, but so it's not at disadvantage.
but it resets at the start of my turn, and I had gone before.
Oh, it did. It resets at the start of your turn?
At my turn.
Okay, got it. So it was at disadvantage. That is appropriate.
But also for purposes of curse, where I get healed and whatnot, and the spell is used, or the ability is used up.
But it didn't die.
Okay? It's not dead.
It's not dead.
Okay.
All right. Second attack at disadvantage. It's a 12. That also misses. And then finally, it's going to try to bite you again at disadvantage. It's a 12. That misses. All right. So 3 misses for the troll.
I feel like Googling this is not fair.
So it takes us to the Pando, the bear's turn. We'll pause it here to say,
You gotta be able to kill a troll.
you all can knock him down over and over and over again. Reliably at this point. You've got him surrounded. You can keep knocking him down. But they, every turn, are going to regenerate and get back up and attack whatever is next to them. So in the let's say Pando and Potom knock him back down. And in the moments you have where Freya and Air could act, or whoever, whatever order people are doing this in, a couple of you are knocking these things down. You can take some kind of action. What would you talk about or try to do?
I think that Potom would look
Well, Pando. Oh, sorry. I was going to say.
would look at the troll to see if there's like a sack or a bag or something that could potentially be controlling them.
Okay. You can make a perception or investigation check.
15.
Okay. You don't see anything on these guys that you would imagine is like a control device. The troll right in front of you does have like a pouch tied at its waist. It's pretty good size and it smells really bad. It appears to be damp and dripping. But yeah, nothing that obviously appears to be some kind of magical device. Air, what do you think?
Pando is going to roll a nature check.
Okay. Sounds good. Do it.
Oh, can I not just like click a skilled and?
Oh, here, I'll roll for it because I have got her sheet. All right, nature check for Pando. Well, that's a good roll. All right, with a 23. So Pando, seeing what's going on, Pando drops her bear form and calls out to all of you. I've read about this, you guys, in my books. Fire and acid. Fire and acid. We have to burn them, or they're going to keep coming back over and over and over again. I can help. I have something for this. Or if anybody else can light them on fire, if you've got oil or flint and tinder or flint and steel or something like that. She's like, otherwise, I have a spell. I have something for this. I think Panda would just cast.
Here's your spell.
I think Panda would just cast Flaming Sphere, and just roll it over the top of these guys until they are red ash. All right, very good, and that's going to take us to the end of the session or the end of the encounter. As you
Shortcut that.
take both these guys out with Pando's Flaming Spear. Let's me. Oh, I should have pulled the XP on that before I closed it out. I will get it a different way. All right, so you have successfully defeated the ambush. You are not dead.
We searched the bodies, and maybe they had successfully gotten 100 of question mark.
Or and the surrounding area to maybe they have a cache.
Sure.
Yeah, great. You can each individually make an investigation check. Air's going to search the bodies. Bottom's going to search around.
Ooh, Potom must have taken that damage that he took during this fight. Must have really gotten to him. He rolled
That's Elrond. I think Freya would help you.
That means an advantage. Oh, and I'm sure that Pando is throwing guidance that way too. Oh, jeez. So it didn't matter for the advantage being that I rolled a 1 again, so 10. But then it's a 1d4. 12. So and again, I think it's just the fact that Potom took all that damage that he's just
he's a little shook up.
They did it. They just did this. They've scratched it all to pieces.
All right, very good. I would say, nice. You muck about here, and you do find looks like sort of a campsite a little higher up in the hills. Yeah. After scrounging through it for all the valuables you can locate, and carefully searching the bodies, or as carefully as you can, after burning them to a crisp, you find approximately 69 gold pieces worth of mixed coinage. I roll it. I rolled a D100 to get that number.
Yeah, but mixed coinage.
Yeah, this is random coinage and valuables among all of them. And you also find a single potion of healing. And you also, yeah. And you also find a scroll of burning hands.
I think that Potom will just. Oh no! Scroll of burning hands. That seems pretty cool. I think that Potom will look at that more closely.
Yep. Add that to your inventory. Who's taking the potion of healing? So we make sure it ends up in inventories.
Freya can't take it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will add that for her.
Just because she seems to be she has the worst lot on us too.
It's honestly terrible. How does that happen, even when she's not here?
Yeah, I don't know. I know. I had like two. I had two criticals against the enemy, and she's like 2 criticals against her.
Yeah, it's
touch once.
Why? So I'm gonna unequip the 17 javelins with Ghoulfinger poison. She has equipped. They can still be in her inventory, but it's so much javelin.
It is so much javelin.
All right, that's better. Now her actions almost fit on a single page. It's pretty funny. Also, she has a boomerang for some reason. Are we all aware of that?
When we were setting up her character, we talked about how it's always nice to have a ranged weapon, and basic ranged weapon, boomerang.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not fighting it, but it is. We're gonna leave that one on here. I'm not unequipping the boomerang. It's too important.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. Is Burning Hands first level?
Burning Hands is a first level spell.
All right, nice. The boomerang. So good.
All right. After you finish looting and cleaning up, you head back to town.
And Air would also like to take a trophy of some kind for the troll.
Sure.
I don't know what would be available.
I think
To take what?
Big leaking bag. Oh. Hey, all right. Idea. Is there a chance that Potom can perform an autopsy to try to locate where the regenerative power comes from?
I mean, you can certainly try. Potom's not really a. This is gonna be a medicine or nature check.
We're going nature.
All right.
Yes. 24.
All right. You dig around, and there's though you approach this very effectively, and you learn a fair amount about troll physiology. There's only so much you can learn from the burnt corpse of a troll. It's no longer regenerating. But you're pretty confident by the time this is all said and done that this is just a natural evolved trait of trolls. This is clearly a magical effect because the regeneration is extremely rapid. But it doesn't seem to be isolated to any one organ or be a function of the troll's blood or anything like that. You're pretty sure that every cell in this troll's body, if given enough time, would regenerate back into a full troll, with the exception of its hair and toenails and teeth. Like a piece of troll flesh, it seems to you, would just grow back into the whole troll. If the shock of fire or acid didn't shut this effect down. The interaction of the acid and the fire seemed to have created some kind of stress on the body of the troll as a whole that just disrupts this sort of. You're not sure if it's a magical field or what it is, but that's what you take away. So where you're getting from this is there's probably not like an alchemical compound that you could extract that would give you crazy regeneration powers or anything like that. But you feel like you've got a basic understanding of the mechanics of how this actually works in a troll.
Well, I guess we don't really want any of us turning into a troll, so Bottom will have the exocomp shake off its hands.
You want that stick your hands in the flaming sphere and really get clean.
Air, you can take one of those parts for your trophy.
Well, if it was already shocked with fire, it should be fine.
Yeah.
So
you got. I mean, take what you want. There's
take a toe or something, or take a
what's toes with big nasty hook claws on them. There's pretty big teeth, size of. They're a little bit bigger than the brown bear's teeth.
little tooth.
All right,
And
big old troll tooth.
yeah, that's my list of trophies for my hat. Harpy feather, fire elemental stone, ghoul ear, troll tooth.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good little trophy collection. Yeah.
We left the blade crests off.
When you get back to town, I think Pando marches up to one of the like city guards, one of the Nasham city guards, who are standing in the main square, and sort of rants a little bit about the fact that there was an ambush posting on here, and she's like, doesn't anybody review these? Like, this is a public safety issue. And after the full story comes out, the guard actually calls over his captain, and when he sees the trophy that you collected and hears your story, he recounts to you that they've lost a caravan recently.
Oh, I just got to point to this disclaimer that's on the board.
They've lost a caravan recently that tried to go that way. They never showed up in the Ma'ib Sahir. And they pay you a 50 gold piece bounty.
Nice.
For
Look at that.
clearing the path.
Who took the 69 gold pieces from before?
I don't know.
No one yet. You want to add it to yours?
Yeah, I'll throw it in mine.
Put it to the airship fund.
Yep.
All right, and then
I'll take. We'll just put it there.
all right, Alex is taking both. So 119 gold pieces all told. And then in total, each player is going to get 950 experience points for that encounter.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go ahead and add that.
900, you said?
950.
950. I thought that would move the bar.
The bar is starting to get pretty big. It is.
Yeah.
It's hard to. It takes a while to gain levels at this point. With little side things. But trolls deliver a pretty healthy chunk of experience. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Everybody's up to 20,000 now, so you're creeping on. That next one's 23. Is that the next level? Yeah.
3.
Yeah, level 6 is a good one too.
I'm just underneath 2,000.
Yes. Yeah, Freya's super close.
Yeah, I'm at 950.
Because that honor pass bit helped her a fair amount too. She's only 700 XP away from the next level.
Oh, wow. She's going to get there before any of us.
Yeah, I think so. All right, very good. Well, I kind of want to save what's happening next.
That's fine.
For everybody.
Yeah. Unless we want to do we want to shake down the fishermen or something.
No, I mean,
we
have time.
Yeah, I have something else that's happening tonight.
Oh.
But I narratively, it would be more fun for everybody to get to hear about.
Sure.
Can we go over and just look at what's happening at the docks of where the seagulls are?
Yeah, sure. You can go check it out. I mean, you've been out of the city the whole day, so you can't really collect on that job at this point. But you can go if you want to go talk or pitch a construction.
That is exactly what Potham wants to do. He wants to go down and kind of talk to one of the fishermen about their problem and look at the area to see if he could rig up a net that would keep the seagulls at bay.
Okay. We can do that. Let me just hide something over here. All right. So when you walk over there, there are this is towards the end of the day, and there are still pretty good sized flocks of seagulls swarming around the docks. Most of them are floating in the shallow water, dipping in and out of the shallow water near the docks, eating the entrails and discarded fish heads and things like that have been dumped over the side of the dock by the fishermen, who have largely finished cleaning their catches and are moving things into storage and whatnot. And you still see probably about a dozen, maybe as many as 15 young people, mostly kids age 10 to 15, running up and down the docks with pots and pans that they're banging together, or holding brooms that they're waving wildly around. Or some of the older kids are just slightly better equipped. They've got what looks like a long club or a quarterstaff, and they're thwacking at these things, trying to actually take them down. One kid's got a very crude short bow, and he's actually shooting at seagulls, missing terribly. But basically, it's a bunch of kids running around trying to disrupt the seagulls from settling for too long on any one fisherman's pile as they work.
Perfect. Let's take a really good look at how Bottom would be able to rig up a net to go over the top, with some, essentially making one of those pop-up tent structures,
Yep.
but on a larger scale, so that more fishermen could hide underneath it. And then he would also, from that net, would like to hang nets down the sides. So basically making a tent over the top of.
Why don't you give me an intelligence check?
You got it.
Air is taking out a short rest right now.
22.
Nice. Okay. So with a 22, a couple things become immediately obvious to you. One is that for any kind of construction project like this to be not really labor and materials intensive, you would have to first relocate a lot of these fishermen's sort of workstations into a more centralized location. Because what it looks like is happening now is spread out across these pretty substantial docks. You got one section of the docks that are very heavily focused on shipping, and those are sort of longer wharfs, areas where ships with deeper keels are coming in. There's a lot of longshoremen coming and going, bringing crates and barrels and things in. And then the other side of the docks is reserved for fishermen, and that's more shallow and lots of smaller skiffs coming in and out, boats pulling big nets. That section of the docks is much more extensive, but the docks themselves are smaller. And essentially what it looks like is every fisherman or at least little fishing concern, because some of these seem to be smaller fishing companies that maybe have 2 to 5 boats, but all of them have their own little setup, and they're scattered all around the docks. So building a tent, while possible, there's space, not on the docks themselves, but a little further up. There's some open land behind the docks where you could construct something like this, but you would have to convince all these folks to move under in that space. Right now, you've got a bunch of independent little stalls that are doing this and paying a couple kids to just keep seagulls away from their fish. The second thing you recognize is that if you were going to do that, you would need access to either some pretty significant trees, because the sort of central poles you would need to rig up something big enough would either need to be very tall, or you'd need lots of smaller poles to sort of rig up many many things to hold the netting up.
There's eyes glaze over.
Yeah. So you're sort of running through materials lists in your head and things like this. And so assuming that those two barriers can be crossed, that you can convince the fishermen to huddle up and that you have access to the sort of materials you need, you would estimate that a project to accommodate all the fishermen on these docks and do it effectively would probably run 200 to 300 gold pieces for materials alone, and would probably take a pretty significant investment of labor, maybe a dozen men for a day or two to get it all set up and make it semi-permanent. Maybe a little more involvement than that if it was going to be a really, like, up to your standards. Probably several days of labor with you there overseeing and inspecting.
I think that this evening, while we are sitting around at the tavern connected to our inn, that Potom will write up the entire project.
All right, I like it. You're gonna write up a project proposal.
Correct.
Nice. All right, very good. Speaking of the inn, when you walk in to the inn, the innkeeper flags you down and asks if you're planning to stay, because you had paid for just a week and your week was up this morning. So he expected you to check out. And he's not dumped all of your stuff out of your room yet, but he is fixing to, if you're not planning to pay up.
Potom will make arrangements for the next 2 days.
Okay, sounds good. So for the next 2 days, he's just going to ask you for a single gold piece.
All right, done.
All right, very good. So here's where we're gonna end it. I think as you all tuck into your dinner, it's a pretty nice evening outside, and so after you finish your meal and Potom, you're scribbling away at your proposal. The sun has set. It's getting on into evening. Maybe you have a cocktail or an ale. The common area is filling in a bit. And probably around 8, 9 o'clock, it's dark outside. The moon is up. And you hear a commotion outside. And when I say a commotion, I mean hear a bunch of voices. There are people outside who are concerned about something, yelling to each other, pointing out something. Something's happening outside that people seem upset about. And as you look up to the windows and perhaps get up and move to investigate, you notice that the light coming in through the windows outside has a strange sort of red tint to it. And that's where we're going to leave it. Pick it up next time as you step outside to investigate what's happening outside the inn. What could it be? It's probably rape. The Kool-Aid Man has arrived.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friends. Well, I'm sorry we were light on the players.
On the Kool-Aid Man, you know that's a TikTok challenge where kids like run through fences and yell, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I got to be honest. I laughed out loud when I saw it. Obviously, because
seeing a kid plow through a fence is really funny.
And second, I wish I could say this isn't true, but I really think it is. I think when I was 16 years old, I would have definitely tried that.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. Like I can picture the group of friends I would have been with where we would have seen like a sort of flimsy looking fence and a particular friend would have been like, dude, Kool-Aid Man that. And in the right circumstance, I would have been like, oh yeah, like I would have been down. I would have bounced off it, but I would have, because I weighed 103 pounds. But I would have given it a go.
Is that Chris Rolla that would have challenged that?
That's exactly right. He would have definitely been the kid. Yeah. Who would have eventually done it himself, but not first. He would have, because the real challenge for Chris would have been to see if he could get somebody else to do it. That would always have been the goal.
I feel like knowing Chris Tirola and then just imagining what he was like when he was drinking, that he would have definitely Kool-Aid Man some stuff.
Yeah. For sure, he would have happily Kool-Aid Man some stuff, especially when we lived together in our mid-20s and we were making lots of mistakes, making lots of bad choices.
Yeah.
And in fact, he may have Kool-Aid Man a few things, and I just don't remember it. That's a very
It
awesome.
wasn't trendy.
Might have happened. Might have a Kool-Aid Man his way into my bedroom, and I just don't recall. All right, my friends. Well, let's wrap it here. Alex, it's good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Let's jump on the thread soon and see if we can figure out another day so we can keep it going.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Bye.